I just really wanted to express myself artistically. You know, I was a reluctant rapper in the beginning. I used to do it all the time when I was younger. And as I start gaining real life experiences, I start moving further and further away from the music. So it was just more so, it was really just a way out of my environment. You know, I was into a lot of crazy things, and, you know, I saw this as my escape and my way out. So I wanted to take that and then transform that into a career for myself in business. And, you know, as things happen, and, you know, of course I couldn't get a deal with Def Jam unless I was part of the deal. So that prolonged that for 7 albums. And, you know, it just went on and on from there. So I can't say, I didn't even have any aspirations to be a superstar. I just really wanted to have a job. While working on Reasonable Doubt, I was making the album to really just a select group of people. It was spoken directly to, you know, the guys who are out there just like me. And because, you know, again, my earlier days, I spent so much time writing, I already had the technical aspect of writing songs or writing raps. I had that down cold, you know, and then I mixed that with real life experiences, and that's how Reasonable Doubt came about. But I really was writing that to, like, impress the, you know, the guys that were living that type of life. It was almost like a secret missive. You know, like it was in code. Really only people who live that sort of life can really feel. You know, a lot of people emulated it and related to the emotions. You know, even if you didn't live that life, that emotion, the angst and the struggle and that, you know, that paranoia and fear, I didn't know that was a common emotion in just human beings in general. You know, me, Biggie, and Busta, we all went to school together, and you know, I remember Big he would never talk about rapping or anything like that. He was just there, and Busta was always talking about rapping. We went at it one time in the lunchroom. I got him good. You know, I was rapping pretty fast, and no one was expecting that level of acrobatics. I used to catch people off guard with that. I held that in my pocket. It was my ace. I brought out the fast stuff. It was over. Oh, it's over. Mark 45, he didn't actually play me Hard Knock Life. I was on the No Way Out tour, actually, and I had just performed, and I was getting off stage, and it was a house DJ. It was Kid Capri, actually, and I just stopped on the steps. I was like, everybody, wait, what is that? And I remember running around the back of the thing and going to Kid Capri and saying, what was that record? And he told me that Mark 45 had done it. And I was like, you have his number? And I found him, reached out. He was in Maryland somewhere. We got him back to New York. It was a whole big to-do. I felt at the time that I pretty much knew how to balance both worlds. It wasn't more so just Hard Knock Life. I figured I was at a time where I knew I'd hit my stride, and I knew how to balance the two worlds, and I knew that was it from there. What I did with Volume 1 was I tried to make records I had just made Reasonable Doubt, and it wasn't successful in the music industry terms. It was a cult classic on the street, but it wasn't successful in the music business, and I tried to blend the two. But if you look back on in my lifetime, there were songs on there that was brilliant. I mean, by the way, I don't listen to that album because I think I messed it up, you know, because if you got Where I'm From and Streets Is Watching and You Must Love Me and Lucky Me, there's so many incredible records on there that I think I missed having 2 classics in a row by, you know, trying to get on the radio. And it really hurt me because that album is so good that it's like I can't listen to it because when those records come on, it irks me, you know. I don't have any regrets, but it's musically it's like the album that you know, the one that got away. And the first song I made for it was Streets Is Watching. So I was headed in the right direction, which was the last song Biggie Smalls ever heard. He made me play the record 30 times. He played it so much I gave it to him. I was like, just keep it. The blueprint it was really the feelings that I had growing up, and my mom and pop would play all these records in the house, you know, my mom while she was cleaning up. And, you know, we listened to these records. I mean, my house was the party house, so all we did was play records and have parties and have everyone over. So I had all these sounds in my house of Stevie Wonder and, you know, Prince and Michael Jackson and, you know, the Commodores, and, you know, they had a huge record collection. So that sound was more of a return to, you know, my roots. It felt like a natural thing for me. You know, that's the blueprint. These are the things that made me. And that's why it was called the blueprint. You know, it was the things that shaped me, the sounds and the emotions that shaped me growing up.